Yo, what's up with y'all, man? I hope you're doing good. If you're new and you're a fan of the NBA, subscribe to this channel. So let's get straight into it.
It's like it's Minute Maid, hijack 4, renegade, 24, number 8, Kobe shit fade away, ballin' since 11th grade, still in school, let them hate.
So one of the most quietly improved teams in the entire league are the Portland TrailBlazers. Now they haven't made any crazy or super massive moves to put them in any headlines, but they indeed have made a lot of underrated, undercover, and sneaky great moves, which had led me to start believing that they could be a lot better of a team in the Western Conference, and they could be a lot higher in the Western Conference ranking wise than a lot of people like myself has actually had them. They added Robert Covington, who has been one of the league's best 3-and-D players over the last few years. Yusuf Nurkic is back, and from what I've seen in the bubble, he's better than he's ever been before. They signed Derrick Jones Jr., who is an amazing slasher and a great pickup. Gary Trent Jr. and Anthony Simmons have been improving enough to make them valuable pieces to their roster. And last but not least, the secret weapon, aka Harry Giles, the focus of today's video. Harry Giles was slick, one of the biggest what-ifs in the NBA world. If you know, then you know, but let me fill you in. Harry was widely known to be a high school sensation, and in the CP3 camps he would attend would draw even more attention because that's where he made most of his noise. But sadly, or at least it seems like, this man peaked in high school. Now to all the 19, 20, 21-year-olds, you know what I mean by that. Peaked in high school meaning that you were the best you ever been, popularity, clout, and all that stuff. Life was amazing in high school, but as soon as you got out of high school, bro, you basically became a nobody. That happens in everyday life with the cool, popular kids, and Harry Giles, in my opinion, was a cool, popular kid, but he was a cool, popular kid whose career got derailed by something he could not control. It was a tragedy because he was the new hip thing in town. Man was uber athletic and diverse as a young foreigner in high school and had the quickness, the bunnies, the crossover for big, for the internet to collect millions upon millions of views for his name to grow into a household name at the moment. Harry Giles was supposedly to be next up back when I was 17, 16 years old. I personally would see this man's highlights across my Instagram feed. Highlights of him just towering, being stronger, faster, quicker, more athletic, just flat out more dominant out there on the court than any other player. Life was great for Harry. Man was getting hella attention, hella followers, hella buckets, and even hella hoes at the moment too. Harry Giles was just that dude, but then life started to get really crude. That was so hard. And injuries literally piled onto him. The worst kind of injuries too for any young athletic big man. I'm talking multiple knee injuries and surgeries which stopped him from growing so much as a prospect. He went from being towards the top of the world and the next big thing, man was supposed to be better than Jason Tatum supposedly, to then just averaging a measly 3-4 points in his first year in college. When he went to college, he didn't have a great year nor a memorable one either. But because of his outstanding energy in the old tape and just how well he was moving, teams could just not keep their hands away from him, even though it was a major risk. And what's so ironic and funny about this whole thing, bro, I swear to God, life comes into full circle. The team that traded him on draft night now has the Portland TrailBlazers, and that's leading us up to this point right here, right now. He gets drafted by Portland, but then quickly shipped and flipped to the Sacramento Kings. And over there for a year at least, he's kept in a hyperbolic time chamber and just recovering and going through rehab, and the Kings are doing what's right. I love them for this and just keeping this man safe as possible. Because the Kings knew what we knew. Everybody was aware to this. We viewed this man just as dangerous of a prospect as Bobo. We all saw Harry Giles as this crazy X Factor only if every single thing went right. Seeing footage of him just working out, getting his crossovers in pregame and stuff like that would get me and so many fans, Sacramento Kings fans especially, so hyped for what was to come in the future, or at least what we thought was to come in the future. As y'all know, he did not play for a year, and in the year 2018-19, that's when he stepped in. And hey, I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna eat my words, bro. I'm not like scared of anything. I'm on this YouTube thing just to give y'all my full opinion on why I believe what I believe. I never claim to be right about nothing. This is just how I think, and I'm voicing it, and this is how I vent my emotions about this beautiful game that we watch. I thought that Harry Giles was a dark horse to win that 2018 Rookie of the Year award. But he didn't. He in fact went out really sad. I ain't gonna lie, I went out pretty sad too. But what's most important is the progression that he's made with his body and just how healthy and how close he can get back to his high school form, athletic. And in the first year of his NBA career, he played 58 games games, and he posted a cool 7 points, 4 boards, and almost 2 assists per game, all on pretty good efficiency as well. In the very next season, roughly the same amount of minutes per game, he posted just about 7 points again, averaged more rebounds, and was way more efficient from the field and the free throw line. The real issue with Harry Giles in his career, and what stopped his growth so much, what halted it, was the amount of opportunity that he was given. And I understand it. I understand that this man is a fragile prospect and you don't want him out there. He was basically given the Zion Williamson treatment, to be honest. And I just guess that the Sacramento Kings didn't believe in him enough. But in my mind, all he needed was opportunity, and the Sacramento Kings were not willing to give someone like Harry Giles that opportunity. And what the Sacramento Kings did this past season was decline his option and just agreed to let him walk away. Now Harry has done what he can. He's expanded his game and hasn't let injuries become an excuse, even though it certainly is one for him. His defense has improved, his passing is nice, and he is slick, one of the low-key best bigs when it comes to swinging the rock, and he's even become a much improved shooter. Now look, I already know what some of y'all are thinking. Oh my god, Mojo's overreacting because this man posted like 18-19 points in back-to-back preseason games. Like, no, I don't care about preseason. I take preseason with a grain of salt, but him showing those signs does lead me to wonder, and I ain't gonna lie, I was gonna make this video regardless of the fact, just because it's a good topic and it's a vibe-worthy topic to talk about. Look at Harry Giles. Who wouldn't want to talk about this man? But what added fuel to the fire that was building up on me when it comes to exploding with this Harry Giles content is seeing him do this, post up nice numbers against his former team, the Sacramento Kings. Harry Giles is a big part of the reason why I believe the Portland TrailBlazers are one of the more underrated teams in the league. They got a really underrated player for what it feels like, almost free. They got him on a minimal deal. They got a difference maker on a minimum deal. And what's great about all this is that this man actually has opportunity over there in Portland. Now, of course, they got Jusuf Nurkic, and he's going to take majority of the big man minutes, of course, as expected. But when it comes to being the backup big man, that man, Zach Collins, he's hurt, he's injured, and he's not going to be playing because he's going to be out until January something. Who knows? Now, Zach Collins is a very important player for the Portland TrailBlazers. He plays great defense and is a great spacer on the floor and also a good shot blocker. But Harry Giles can just provide way more on the court for the Blazers than someone like Zach Collins. And I think that Harry Giles can replace his spot and possibly grow even more and more in the role that the Portland TrailBlazers give him. And who knows, maybe one day he can be the starting four for them if he ever evolves into something greater than he is right now. Harry can make the Blazers more scary than they actually seem. He may not be the superstar player to average 25, 20, or maybe even 15 to 16 points per game. I'm not here to lie to you or clickbait you or anything of that matter. I actually care about this convo. I want this convo to be everlasting, and I care about your feedback. I just want you to be aware of this and just to know that I care. And also know that he is the secret weapon on this Portland TrailBlazers team. This is the end of the video though, man. I really do appreciate you for coming over here on this sweet channel and seeing what I have to talk about today. Go ahead and leave a like on this video. Share this video with all your friends, or at least, bro, do me a favor, 2 of them. Just send a random link to 2 of your friends and let them click on it, and then let them go ahead and explore me. That sounded kind of wrong, but you know what I mean. Go ahead, do all that, leave a like, try that Mojofication bell, because I'm going to be in my bag a lot more often because, hey, school just ended for me and I'm on my winter break. So go ahead and do all that. Follow me on Instagram, and outside of every single thing that I just said, I just really hope that you subscribe to my Yo Mojo channel because I'm gonna be posting over there too. Go ahead, do your thing. But for real this time, I just really do hope that you go ahead and make your day great. Until then, I'll get right with you.
No way, remember back when I couldn't get a play, no home, I ain't have a place to stay, I got to work, made it certain free to wait, told my girl who'd ever